Hello everybody, again today we are on lesson 9 and I'm going to have the kids start out by standing and playing Rocky Mountain. Alright, so I'll probably just go over the keyboard like this and they've all been practicing it. So today they're all going to be playing it together, and of course the keyboard is going to help them stay together. So here we go, and I'm going to encourage them to say it in their heads while they're playing the open string accompaniment. So here we go. Give it a little intro like this. And Rocky Mountain, dee, 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 dee. Oh, stay at the tip. Rocky Mountain, and you rattle back to the frog. Lower half of the bow, and travel to the tip. Upper half. Do, do, do. Travel back to the frog. Okay, so what am I checking when we play that? I'm checking bow stuff, right? It's technique of the bow. And so all this open string work that we've been doing so far, remember, we haven't put any fingers down yet, but what are we accomplishing? And it is totally worth it. They're learning rhythm, they are learning bow positions and sound. They are learning string crossing, actually, as well, when we cross the strings. So there are a lot of things, and my experience has been it is totally worth it to spend this time on the open strings, and they really aren't bored yet because they're so engaged with the technique of the instrument and learning rhythms and that part of the literacy and so forth. I think it's about the right amount of time getting good with the bow on the open strings. All right, so the next thing we're going to do after that's all in place and they're all bowing well together is I am going to demonstrate something. So I'll ask them, all right, boys and girls, tell me what I'm doing here if I play this. They'll probably tell me it's a ti-ti-ta, right? I says, but am I starting and stopping, or what am I doing? Well, I'm repeating it over and over. I could do the same thing on the A string. So we call that a pattern. And whenever we have a pattern like that, something that's short rhythm pattern that repeats over and over, we call that an ostinato. So I'll write that on the board. Here we got ostinato. So here we have a musical form that we're going to be able to use to help them learn how to play in parts. Again, okay, ostinato. And so I could make an ostinato with using harmonics, right? So they know harmonics. So what if I did this? That with me together. Everybody can do it. They're finding their middle D harmonic. So they can all do it together. So now I'm going to divide the class up, and half the class is going to play the open string accompaniment, and the other half is going to be playing the ostinato. Okay? And I'm going to be at the keyboard helping everybody out stay together. And so we'll have a little part work experience there. And then after we pull that off, and of course they're going to switch parts. So whoever I gave the part, they'll switch parts so everybody has a chance to do both. So what could I do? Could I make up another ostinato, another kind of an ostinato? Well, I could make it longer or shorter, and I could even cross the strings. So I could do something maybe like this. So I'm going to invite different ones of the children, those who want to make up their own ostinato, and then we'll try it. We'll try out solo ostinati. I can tell them that's the plural of ostinato. And if you got time and you want to spend this time on this lesson, if you don't want to do it this week, you might want to reserve and do it as like part 2 of ostinato next week. So that, and the possibilities, especially when you add in harmonics, the possibilities are really quite remarkable. can be pretty inventive, but they just have to be able to, the class has to be able to do it repeated and over and stay together. All right, so the next thing after they learn ostinato is they have put into your teacher's manual a little open string accompaniment for Jingle Bells. So in America, I mean, after Halloween, we're starting to get ready for Christmas. This happens to be, you know, a song that just about every American child knows. So it looks like this. It's on page 31. Okay, you'll find it in your teacher's manual. And so when I usually just give all the kids a copy make a copy of this so they can have it on their music stand to look at it. And so I'm going to make sure that they can look at the music and sing the words. Jingle bells, and you know it, and they know it. And so I'm going to have them look at the rhythm, and I'm going to look. Here is a rhythm right here that we haven't learned yet. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. So that's how we write those fast words in the song, in a. And we haven't learned about that yet, but I just wanted to see what that looks like so that you'll know that those are quick notes. So I'm not going to make conscious 16th notes yet, but they're going to get it. They know the song, and they're going to recognize it when they see it again later, even though they don't know everything about it yet. But another good thing about this is now we're going to, instead of just crossing two strings, now we cross E to the E string. So now we've got more of a challenge crossing the strings, and the kids are going to learn this on the A string here. And it's got a half note right here, so now that's taking them out to the tip. So you can see that it's a little bit more complicated, a little bit more demanding as far as string crossing, so something at the next level of bow stuff to learn, and so on. And then you can see the diamond-shaped note at the end. They get to use a harmonic, and they love to do that. Okay, so you can actually, if you want the children to play this accompaniment with people singing, they can actually sing in D, jingle bells, and it still works. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Okay, you can do that, but if they're not going to be playing this with singers, I would just say use the A as the do. It fits better harmonically. You can do it with a D as do, but I would probably just go. So in their heads, they're going to be thinking jingle bells here. Okay, so the cool thing is that once the kids have learned that, and of course they're going to memorize it, they're going to get good with a bow, they're going to get good with their string crossings, and then what you're going to do is set up a trio. You could do a thing in three parts. You've got the melody for an advanced player, or just here, you are here at the keyboard. Or a brother and a sister. I like to do this with maybe children in the same family of varying levels of advancement can all participate in this ensemble. So you've got the open string accompaniment, and then you can have another ostinato experience and set up whatever ostinato that you want and provide that with as an ensemble experience. And then if you want to write out another duet part, which actually I have done before, so for some families, a pizzicato. Anyway, it can provide a nice ensemble experience for students of varying levels of advancement. And you know what? If you are living in a different country and you don't even know Jingle Bells, and you don't necessarily need to or want to do a Christmas song, or you could choose another Christmas song, what you want to do is find something that will cross three strings. So basically all you have to do is find a song that is going to include a 1 chord and a 5 chord and a 4 chord in there someplace. And then put it together and make the open string accompaniment so it fits. And it's very adaptable. You can do the same kind of a thing with some other tune, some other song. So now that is the end of our playing. All the violins are getting packed up, put away. The next thing we're going to do is have the children sit in front of the board. Okay? So now here for our singing time, I'm going to teach the children a new rote song. Teach it to them, of course, by rote. Means like they're just going to hear me sing it and then they're going to copycat me. And so I will sing, this is Shohin Show, and it's a song from the country of Wales. And it goes like this. Shohin Show, baby boy, father's pride, mother's joy. Shohin Show, baby girl, father's pride, mother's pearl. Who is this song about? The children would say, well, it's about babies. Is it about a baby boy and a baby girl? Yes. All right, and maybe they're twins, right? Maybe a twin brother and sister. But whenever we have a song about babies, or for babies, it's called a lullaby. Maybe some of them have heard that term. So they know that this is going to be very sweet. We're trying to get the baby to go to sleep. And so I'll sing it phrase by phrase as I demonstrated with Rocky Mountain last time. Shohin Show, baby boy. Shohin Show, baby boy. So phrase by phrase, my turn, your turn. So they get that short segments. And then we'll sing it all together, all the way through. And then what I'm going to have them do, I'm going to have them pretend they're rocking their baby. So we're going to do this little arm motion so that they know where the beat feeling is. So here we go, all the way through. Shohin Show, baby boy. And when you do that, it tends to keep it down lullaby speed so it doesn't go too fast. And they're going to feel where that beat is. And I'm going to ask them, are there any twos in this song? Well, let's see if we can figure it out. Ta ta two. So we've got Shohin Show. There are twos in this song, and so I'll have them help me get it on the board. Let's do it in a hand first. Ta ta two. There's our arm motion for the two. Ta ta two. Ta ta two. Ta ta two. And then of course you can see it on the board. All right. And so now they have just given me some rhythmic dictation for Shohin Show. Next, we're going to go to Frog in the Middle. So we'll review how to sing that song. Frog in the middle, frog in the sea, frog in the middle, can't catch me. If you need to play the game, or if you want to, you can certainly introduce this segment by doing that. Most of the kids know it pretty well, but you can be a judge of your own children if they need that kind of review. And we are going to establish the fact that, and review it, we remember when we haven't really done this on Frog, so we're going to put, this song starts out with a so, and we're going to put our so, well last week we just did the body levels, right? So, 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 me, me, then we put the do, they learned do last time, on their feet. Do, do, do. So now we are going to put it on the staff. So we're going to put so on the third space. So, 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 me, me. And I'm going to have them copycat me on their finger staff. Maybe I'll put this hand if they're right-handed. That would be good. So, 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 me, me. So, 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 me. So, 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 me, me. Now, where do you think that the do should go? I'm going to let them guess, figure it out. Yes, it's going to go down here on this space. So it's going to copy. When me is on a space, the do is on a space. Do, do, do. So I'll have them all do that with me on their finger staff. And then I'm going to say, boys and girls, if I want to, let's get rid of our Austin out of here, write that on my staff. here's my third space, right? And on my staff board, I have this magnetic note, so it's really, really easy to just kind of slap a song on there really fast. Oh, so, me, so, me. Let's come down here and do this one. So, me. Then I'll have one of them come up and grab my notes for the do's. So they'll come up and they'll put one of the children, a solo child, will come here and put the do. We got some more notes on. They're going to put it on the F space, but they don't know that's F yet. They will very soon, but not yet. They just know its relationship with so and me. Right. So now, boys and girls, what if I wanted to move so to the second line? What would it be like then? Let's make sure we've got a. Here we go. It's going to be a lower one, and and using that pitch, it would be so me so me so me. I just ran out of fingers. What do I do? Well, I've got to add a line down here, so I'm going to make a line and I'm going to give it a name. It's called a ledger line. Okay, here's a ledger line. So I'm just going to go do, do, do. So let's move our staff down. So we're going to move this was going to go down to the second line. And this is going to go down, it's going to copycat it down to the next line below it. Oh, looks like we left out a note. No, we didn't. There's a rest right there. So. Oops, move this one down. So. Me. So now, boys and girls, how am I going to make that ledger line? Well, I'm going to have to draw it. Let's move these down. By just adding, I'm going to try to make the distance the same as between these lines. So I have to draw one. So I have to draw a little short line, and that's called a ledger line. And then I'll have one of the other children come up and put the do, do, do down there on the ledger line note below. Again, I just want them to see the relationship of do, me, and so, no matter where it is on the staff. So this is an introduction, of course, to movable do. Playing-wise, they've already had kind of an introduction by being able to play songs on different strings, but there'll be more of that later. And then, after we've done that, here is a frog worksheet. It's like this. This is on page 32 in your teacher's manual. You can just copy that off, give it to the children, and here they get to draw the do for frog number 1, and here they get to do for frog number 2 with the ledger line. The absolutes are coming up, like I say, but we're not going to even talk about the fact that that's C yet, but we will very, very soon. So, I just really want them to see the relationship of so, mi, do in different places on the staff. Then you gather up their pencils and the worksheets. Make sure they all have their name on their worksheet, and so you can give it to them at the end of the class. And we're going to finish off our class today playing a game and sing the song of Mouse Mousy. And I am going to have some children demonstrate how to sing this and how to play the game. So here we go.
Mouse Mousy in the housey, hurry, hurry,
Good.
for the kitty in the housey will be chasing you. Keep going, circle and run. She was caught.
So choose some person to loop around that's farthest away from the cat.
Sibling duel. Mouse Mousy in the housey, hurry, hurry, or the kitty in the housey will be chasing
So as for the private lesson this week, the students are going to be refining and passing off whatever they haven't passed off. They're going to be getting good with the bow, especially with the extended bow stroke. You want to make sure that that is working. That, takes some doing, it takes some practice. And they're learning the jingle bells to memorize that, so they can do that without reading anything. And you can also go back and complete. So here is on page 13. Here's the show part with the tied quarter notes as the 2-beat note. But here now they get to draw a half note as a substitute for the 2 tied quarter notes. It just kind of reinforces the idea that the half note is 2 beats. Then I do one other thing, and this is, I guess this used to be called the snap game, and what it is a little rhythm review for the kids. And I used to have a set of these cards for each of the children, and then had them look for the song on the cards. And it's kind of a little competition, but I decided rather than take the time in the class to do that, this is a really good thing just to do in a private lesson. For one thing, then I only need to have one set of cards, as a little test. So here I have about 9 cards with the rhythm patterns of songs that they've learned and they've known. So here's one, ta, ta, ti, ti, ta, ta, ti, 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 ta, and so on. I mean, and you can throw in some of your own if you want to, just to, give them a mix, 8 or 9 cards. And then what I have them do is I lay these cards out in front of the child, maybe in their lesson, just kind of like what we did with the flashcards, the larger flashcards in the class. Or I'll put it on the table, wherever. And then I'm going to play the first phrase of the song, like, I'm going to play it. And then they're going to look at the cards, or they're going to tap it in their hand first, and then they're going to find the card that belongs to that. Then they pick it up, and they say, snap, or that's the name of the game. Or you just say, got it. It doesn't even have to be a snap game, whatever. Then I'll play the other songs, like No Robbers Out Today, and Ring Around the Rosie, or all the ones that they know, Cobbler, Cobbler, Mend My Shoes. So it's a little test to see how well they are able to find the rhythm that you're playing, training their ear to think in terms of rhythm. And that's it. So I find that, for me, it's a little bit more effective, and it's a great thing I have time to do that, make time in their private lesson to give each child a little test on their rhythms. Okay, that's it.